I guess you could say I died before I ever got to live. Or at least, that's what my sister told everyone. Hi, I'm Ava, and according to most of my extended family, I've been dead for 4 years. Weird, right? By the way, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? I love seeing where all of you are tuning in from. So let me take you back. My sister Nora and I were never close. Even as kids, she treated me like a shadow, something annoying that kept following her around. She was older by 5 years and never let me forget it. Blonde, popular, always the star. I was quiet, artsy, awkward. She made it her mission to remind everyone I was the weird one. After our parents died in a car crash, things got worse. I was 22, Nora was 27. I dropped everything to move back home and help settle the estate. Nora, of course, swooped in with her designer bags and crocodile tears. That's when the real battle started, over the inheritance. Our parents left us both everything, split evenly, but even split down the middle, it was a lot. Our dad had life insurance, stocks, the house. We're talking 7 figures. Nora wanted it all. She said I didn't need money since I was a bohemian free spirit, and she had a real job in marketing. I told her no, politely at first, but when she kept pushing, I lawyered up. That was the first time she threatened me. You'll regret this, Ava. I swear to God, you'll regret crossing me. I figured it was just typical Nora drama. I didn't think she'd actually go nuclear. A month later, I took a solo trip to Costa Rica to clear my head. No phone, no Wi-Fi, just art supplies and hammocks. When I came back 2 weeks later, I had over 100 missed calls. From old friends, from my bank, from my freaking landlord. And the first voicemail I played, it was my cousin sobbing, saying she was so sorry to hear about my death. At first, I thought it was some kind of twisted prank, but when I called her back, she screamed. Ava? Oh my God, we thought you died. Nora told everyone. She even had a memorial page for you on Facebook. My blood ran cold. I went to the page and there it was. My name, a photo from my high school yearbook, and a caption, "Gone too soon, rest easy, sweet soul." There were hundreds of comments. Old classmates, coworkers, even ex-boyfriends, all of them grieving me. And then I saw it, a link to a GoFundMe, set up by Nora, asking for donations to handle final expenses and settle Ava's affairs. She raised $26,000. But that wasn't even the worst part. While I was dead, Nora had also forged my signature on legal documents, transferring the house title and all bank accounts solely into her name. She told the courts I died abroad without a will. She even submitted a fake death certificate. I was stunned, shaking. I couldn't breathe. My whole body buzzed like it was rejecting reality. I tried to confront her. I showed up at her condo wearing the same dress she'd used in my in-loving memory photo. She opened the door, saw me, and went pale like she'd seen an actual ghost. Then she slammed the door in my face. I wasn't just hurt, I was furious. So I did what she never expected. I played dead a little longer. I went full on ghost mode. No social media, no contact with mutual friends. I hired a private investigator. I documented everything, the GoFundMe, the forged docs, the real estate transactions. I even got a copy of the fake death certificate she filed, signed by a Dr. Elgin Wallace. My PI found out he didn't exist. Then I made my move. I showed up in court. But before that day, there were moments I thought I'd crack. Moments I wondered if it was worth it. I sat alone in my tiny apartment, the walls closing in, the weight of the betrayal pressing down. My phone would buzz, messages from people asking how I was handling the grief. Every RIP Ava post felt like a dagger. My best friend Jenny became my lifeline. She reminded me who I was, who I still was. She stayed up late listening to me cry, helped me plan my next legal move. She even went with me to a family gathering, the first since Nora's announcement, and the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. Relatives hugged me with a mix of confusion and guilt. Some avoided my gaze altogether. Nora? She acted like the victim, telling anyone who listened that I'd abandoned everyone. The day in court was surreal. Nora walked in, confident, wearing that fake smile. I was nervous, but when the judge called my name, I stood tall. I said, "Your Honor, I am very much alive, and I have proof to show the fraud that's been committed." My PI laid out the evidence like a bombshell: emails, forged signatures, bank transfers, witness statements. The judge's expression shifted from disbelief to shock. Then Nora's lawyer tried to dismiss it all, claimed emotional distress and family conflict, but the truth was out, loud and clear. The judge ruled to freeze all assets and scheduled a full trial. That was just the beginning. Nora lashed out. I received threatening texts, vandalism at my apartment, someone keyed my car. But the worst was the family divide. Some relatives sided with her, believing her sob stories. Others rallied behind me, quietly sending support. The media caught wind of the scandal. I found myself on local news. The "Resurrected Heir" headline made me cringe, but it also helped expose the truth. Months later, the trial ended in my favor. Nora was convicted of fraud, forgery, and theft. She was sentenced to probation, community service, and had to repay the stolen money. But the emotional scars? Those took longer to heal. I still have nightmares of the fake funeral, the tears shed for a lie. I still struggle with trusting family, but I'm rebuilding. With my inheritance, I opened an art studio in Portland, a sanctuary. I teach art therapy, helping others heal like I did. Sometimes I catch myself looking in the mirror, not with hate, but with gratitude. I'm alive, I'm fighting, and I'm free. And Nora? Last I heard, she was trying to rebuild her life working in a call center. No designer bags, no crocodile tears. Just reality. What would you have done if your own sister declared you dead to steal everything you owned?